Hello YouTube, wonsnot here. Back again playing some more Oxygen Not Included, Alpha. We're going to start the day with day number 8. See if we can keep these little duplicates alive. Boom, daytime again. So we're working on our oxygen production and getting oxygen to places where we need it. Taking a look at the overlay, upstairs is not doing so great on the oxygen, but downstairs is doing amazing. And it's going to take a while for that to filter up, if it ever filters up. So we're going to do some plumbing magic here. And I want to connect it. Where are you? That's a liquid pipe. I need a gas pipe. Let's connect you here. Go across. And stay on the spine here. And I want to start pumping it out maybe a little bit higher than normal. And have a gas vent up here near the top so that we can get some of this up there. What are you complaining about? No gas output. That is entirely reasonable, seeing as you haven't had it built yet. Let's see, what are our priorities right now? Everything is about average. I want to keep these guys at above average so we keep our oxygen production high, but I also want to go ahead and get this piping done so that we can keep that oxygen where it needs to go, or get that oxygen to where it needs to go. What are you complaining? Insufficient resources of igneous rock. So, it looks like we need to get some igneous rock. There's some dirt, there's some sandstone, we have igneous. There's some igneous over here. Igneous seems to be not enough places, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to bump up the priority, same as those, over here. See if we can get some igneous. I had no idea igneous rock was so uncommon on this map. And if you hadn't already figured it out, it is slightly different for everyone else that plays. It seems to be a procedurally generated map. Oh man, they're not doing so good on the oxygen back in that corner. It seems as though every time you open up a new place, there's no oxygen there. It makes sense. It really does. But it does make building or digging more difficult. And we've got a new duplicate available. Let's see who we've got. We've got Nadia, Blanche, and Lee. Lee seems to be very well rounded. Yes, and he's only got a minor downside. Can't do anything to do with cooking. Welcome to the colony, Lee. I'm not sure of the best way to get this water out, because I do want to explore a little bit over here. Not too terribly much, since there's chlorine everywhere. There's slime over here. It may be a case of we need to dig up. Oh, that does not sound like fun. But you do what you gotta do. Yes, that looks good. And up they go. Yes, and we do seem to be running a little bit low on water. I'm going to have them build a little bit more down there at the bottom so they've got a better reach. Hasn't come up yet, but I'd rather not deal with it later. I'd rather go ahead and get it done right now so that it's not an issue later. Cycle 9. I think I'm gonna go a little bit quicker than average through the night, since nights are not as fun as daytimes when things are still happening. Oh, look at Lee sleeping on top there. Okay, back to normal speed. I don't know if you caught that, but it seems as though we've got a couple of duplicants that have a sore back. And we have a massage table that can help that. Oh, and they seem to be making a fairly high priority of that themselves. I know what I want to do over here. I want to give them some beds. Now we've got 6 of them. I don't want to leave anybody without a bed. And our research center is idle. Why are you idle? The supercomputer should be idle. Oh, no, this should be, no, supercomputer is idle. A research station should not be idle. Why are you idle? You don't have enough dirt. Well, we'll be fixing that here real soon. We're going to be digging into this dirt here. I can go ahead and get rid of that too. Having that there is not a very good thing. We can collect that dirt as well. And as they climb up, we'll be getting some of this too. Seems to be a good amount of oxygen over here. Yes, there's a good amount of oxygen over here. Oh, we'll go ahead and have them break into that. Yes, that is a vacuum. It's going to lower our breathing pressure yet again. So I'm going to get rid of that last one. I don't believe copper is permeable. Since we've got this open, I'm going to see what it takes. I want an electrolyzer. That's what I want. Let's see. Select research. An electrolyzer in here. Electrolyzer is in what we're currently researching. So very soon we will have an electrolyzer. There's some oxalite over here that I would also like to get to. If we call this a new ground floor, we can go. We're gonna have to. Yeah, if that's a new ground floor, we're gonna have to dig through here to get there. So let's do that. That'll get us into it. And our research is complete. So over here in refinement, we've got our brand new water purifier and a biodistiller. That will come in handy. But I think more importantly, we've got an electrolyzer. And we're going to have to pump things to it. We're going to have to pump water to it. So I'm not sure how important it is where we put this. You know what? I would like to put it up here. I think water pipe is relatively expensive though. I'll stick it next to this back massager and see what the liquid pipe takes. It doesn't say. There it is. Some igneous rock, which we have none, some granite, which we've got some but not enough, and some sandstone. We have tons, literal tons of sandstone. So it may be a little bit before we can actually use it. And I think they can build 2 down. So we've got a water pump ready to go, and we'll have an oxidizer ready to go here soon. Ooh, I really don't want to imagine these guys carrying water to that. I feel like that's not a good idea. But we're going to see what happens. Let's see. Grand obsidian igneous. You have very small groups of igneous. What is this little glowing dude? Oh, that's contaminated water in a very small pocket. Hmm. We could maybe come out to here. Is that permeable? That does not seem to be permeable. Throw on this overlay. Does it give us any more information? No, it does not. But I want to say that dirt is permeable. So I don't think I've got a pneumatic door. It doesn't block the flow of gas or liquid. So that's not exactly what I want. I want to say in the research that there is one. There is a door there under pressurized. There's a mechanized, and here is a manual airlock. Hand sanitizer, lavatory, deodorizer, and a shower. All important things, but I do think I'm going to go to this pressure management first. Yes, let's research the pressure management. That should allow us to access contaminated areas and deal with it. Before we bust into here, I want to go ahead and build a door here, and I want to go into the refinement, and I want to build a biodistiller and a water purifier and maybe a water pump. I'm not sure how much contaminated water is. Yeah, there's a fair amount of contaminated water over there. If we do some judicial digging, we'll be able to get to it and then clean it. I'd like this chamber to be where that happens. None of these things are... Oh, that is ready to harvest, so that's a priority. Harvest, 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 and then I would like to tile this room out because I do know that tile is not permeable to water. And there we go. A fully tiled out room soon for us to be able to handle all that mess. Let's see, is it bad air coming from here? Seems as though it is. Hmm. Hmm. We're gonna let it run as is for a little bit and see how things go. Yeah, I'm just gonna break down and do that because there's some bad air there. Yeah, that's not good. Well, the carbon dioxide doesn't really have anywhere to go. Ooh, which reminds me, this needs to be tiled out if I have any intentions of going lower. Is that ready to harvest? That is ready to harvest. We can go ahead and get that harvested. And I'm going to set the priority on these guys higher than average so that we can get that done. I was seeing one of the duplicates sitting there, well, running there on the wheel, trying to hold their breath, like that right there. He had to hold his breath to run on that treadmill. And yeah, there's a fair amount of carbon dioxide right there. Actually, let's see what the pressures are. This is all fairly consistent. Let's see, 6 kilograms. Oxygen, 8 kilograms. 2 kilograms. Less than 1 kilogram. Yes, this does need to be completed, and it does need to be completed fairly quickly. There we go. And those seem to be doing ever so slightly better. Floor lamp, that will help. Also with some of the decor. But to do that, we're going to have to tile this in and then bring some power over. Power is already fairly close. There we go. I think they're spending quite a bit of time down here because of the good air. Copper distiller, the water purifier. To be perfectly honest, that may not work. I do think it needs to be in there. But we need a reservoir for all of that water. So I'm gonna cancel, cancel, there we go. Cancel that, and then dig. Not quite that close. About like that, and then tile it in. And I want to set the priority quite high on the barrier. Oh, and yes, I need to dig that out and that out. And I'm still waiting on the door. There we go. It looks like our mechanized airlock is done. Did I want the mechanized? No, I did not want the mechanized. The mechanized airlock. I wanted the manual airlock. While we're paused, let's take a look at our research. Got the mechanized. Yes, that's nice. Where is the manual door? I wanted the manual door. Oh boy. Sanitation services, here we come. Because I feel as though as soon as we're done with the mechanized airlock, it's not going to be able to be opened anymore without power. Meaning, boop, there we go. It's going to be a while before that gets done though. Oxygen seems to be holding okay. The pressure downstairs is great. The pressure upstairs is terrible. But this does seem to be helping. This does seem to be helping quite a bit. But priorities need to be adjusted. There we go. We have a light. We just need power for said light. It's lit up, but it doesn't have power yet. That's odd, but okay. There we go. Now we're producing some oxygen up here. We are using quite a bit of algae, so algae production is more than just average in priority. I think they can reach all of that. I think they can reach all of that. I know they can reach this, and I hope they can reach that. Oh, and a new duplicant. About the time I needed one, too. We've got Brady, Tilly, and Gossman. Let's see who's got the best stuff. I think Tilly is looking pretty nice. Welcome to the colony, Tilly. I would like the guys to sweep up here. Our food storage is not doing so hot. Could be that they're just eating things off the floor. You can see some oxygen permeating here. There we go. About 1.5 kilograms of pressure to about 300 kilograms of pressure. Yeah, big change there. Big change. So let's get rid of that overlay and set them to digging some more algae. I don't want to be caught at crunch time looking for algae. Oh, and it's nighttime. I think that's where I'm going to call it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one.